Thank you for your interest in the Vermont Community Immigration History Grants. This video explainer aims to provide information and answer basic questions that you might have about this grant program. The grants are being offered through a partnership between the Lost Mural Project and the Vermont Historical Society. The Lost Mural, currently displayed at the Ohavi Zedek Synagogue in Burlington, Vermont, is representative of an art form that was once prevalent in Eastern Europe and is a rare surviving example of a painted wall mural in a synagogue. The Lost Mural Project is dedicated to educating the public about the Lost Mural, the Burlington immigrant Jewish community, formerly called Burlington's Little Jerusalem, and all immigrant groups who have found a home either in our region or across the state. In Vermont's history, immigration has played a large part in the state's development. This is reflected in a number of communities in different ways. Many immigrants came for work opportunities, while others came to escape their home country in times of war or famine. Many immigrant groups made lasting impacts on their communities, while others' significance may be harder to find today. These immigration history grants are available to fund projects that help to illuminate these stories by focusing on the history of immigration at the local or state level. Projects can include activities such as exhibits, publications, talks, presentations, videos, oral histories, student projects, digital collections, and more. Here are some ideas for how grant funds could be used. Offer a stipend to a historian to research and write about an immigrant group in your community. Build an exhibit on the history and impact of different immigrant groups in your town. Host a discussion that links new Americans in your community with the history of immigration. Host a student art show with works created around a prompt related to immigration history. Create a digital collection of photographs and documents that highlight immigrant stories in your community. A version of the project must be able to be published on the Lost Mural Project's website. This will vary on the type of project. For example, if a talk is funded, a recording of the talk can be posted. If an oral history project is funded, links to the oral history recordings can be provided. The grant can fund part of a larger or ongoing project, but the work supported by the grant must be completed within the time frame provided for each grant round. For example, if you are working on a large digitization project, this grant could support only the work done in 2025 or 2026. Priority for the grants will be given to projects that focus on art that is representative of Vermont's immigrant history, as well as Vermont's Jewish history. However, in general, the focus can be on any immigrant group or time period in Vermont history. Projects can highlight positive contributions or ways in which immigrants were negatively targeted or treated. Grants are $500 each. Up to 2 grants will be available for work completed from August through December 2025. 3 more will be funded after September 1, 2025, with work to be completed from September 2025 through December 2026. An organization or group may only receive 1 grant. Partnerships between organizations or community groups are welcome and encouraged, but only a single nonprofit organization can be the recipient for each grant. The application is available online only from the Vermont Historical Society, and you may submit it at any time. You can apply for both grant rounds in one application. If your application is not initially selected, you can submit again as long as grant funds are still available. We will be happy to answer questions about how you may make your application more competitive. Nonprofit organizations or municipalities in Vermont are eligible to apply. Applications for the 2 2025 grants will be reviewed starting on August 1, 2025. Applications for the other 3 grants will be reviewed starting on August 25th, with that application open until all grants have been awarded. Please see our website for further information or contact director.outreach@vermonthistory.org with specific questions.